The first sight upon arriving at Shkodra is its impressive castle, perched high on a commanding hill. It seems only right that I begin my journey here. The Rosafa castle is such a great place to start my trip. From here I can see everything. Looking south, you've got two rivers, big rivers, the Drin and the Kiri, and they converge right here below the castle. To the north, the Buna River flows out of Lake Shkodra, which stretches wide before me, then fades into the distance. This is the perfect setting for a fortress, strategic, elevated, and commanding. It has served that purpose since antiquity, withstanding numerous sieges, most famously resisting Ottoman invasions during the medieval era. Mehmet II then launched a huge siege on this castle in 1478, 10 years after Skanderbeg's death. It was a bloody siege and neither side was giving in. This castle was held by the Venetians and they refused to surrender. Mehmet II was also taking big losses. They decided to come to a truce. The Venetians would retreat, the inhabitants of the castle would be saved, and the Ottomans would take over. After their conquest, the Ottomans set about restoring the damaged fortress and became the latest guardians of a site that was already 1800 years old. They were but just one in a long line of caretakers. Over the centuries, this fortress has been held by the Illyrians, the Romans, the Byzantines, the Bulgarians, the Serbs, the Venetians, and the Montenegrins, each leaving their mark on Shkodra's layered past. On this hill was the last stand of Genty, an Illyrian king, the last Illyrian king. There was a fortress here. The Illyrians, they loved a bit of piracy, and the Romans, they always disliked it, their ships being attacked. So they decided to put an end to it. And this, after many battles, Genty was chased down to his fortress here. He was eventually captured, and that was the beginning of Roman dominance in this area, 168 BC. He's also believed to be the only Illyrian king that minted his own coins. And when you pick up a 50 lek coin, have a look on the other side, and there you'll see Genty. I think that's a fitting tribute to him. The first Illyrian king, the only Illyrian king, probably that minted coins. That's where he belongs. That's for you, Genty. There's a legend attached to this castle, a famous legend, and the reason why it's called Rosafa Castle. There were three brothers in the long distant past who were building the walls. But every day when they returned, the walls had collapsed, and they'd build them again. The following day, they'd return and they would find them collapsed. They didn't know what to do. But an old man told them the way to fix the problem was to bury one of their wives alive into the wall. He said, the following day, the first wife to arrive with your meals is the one that you are to bury. But they had to swear an oath to each other that they couldn't tell their wives. Unfortunately, the two older brothers told their wives, and the following day, the younger brother's wife appeared with their meal. Her name was Rosafa, and she was told her fate. She took it without resistance or crying and was buried into the wall. But she said, I'll do it on one condition, that a hole will be left in the wall for my eye to see my child. A hole will be left so my breast can feed him. Another hole for my foot to rock his cradle, and another for my hand to comfort him when he's crying. So, somewhere In this area, in this part of the building, when you enter the castle, it's believed that she was immured somewhere here. And people say that today, milk still seeps from the castle walls. The first time I heard that story, I thought, well, we always believe some part of a legend, and there's always some sort of truth. But when you come here and you see this, it's like milk running down the walls. Rosafa, forever captured within inside her castle.